Hey guys, so today we are going to start our division unit, and I have a really fun book that can teach us that. It's called the Doorbell Rang. So today we're just going to kind of talk about what division is. So the Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. I've made some cookie for tea, said Ma. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Ma. I made plenty. So Mom made a plate of cookies. She has 12 cookies. And they have to divide them between Victoria and Sam. So I have 12 cookies, and I'm going to divide them between two people. So I'm going to give each kid a cookie. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So each kid gets their own cookie. So each kid gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each kid now gets 6 cookies. That's 6 each, said Sam and Victoria. They look good as Grandma, said Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma, said Sam. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. So now I'm not splitting between 2 people. Now I'm splitting it between 4 people. So now I have to split my cookies between 4 people. So now if I put my cookies back on my plate, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now each kid gets 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now each kid gets 3 cookies. That's 3 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma, says Tom. They look as good as Grandma, said Hannah. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. Uh-oh. It was Peter and his little brother. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies too. So now I don't have 4 people. Now I have 6 kids that I have to share the cookies with. So now they have to put all their cookies back on the plate. Now I have 6 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now each kid gets 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So each kid now gets 2 cookies each. That's 2 each, said Victoria and Sam. They look as good as your grandma, said Peter, and smell as good. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma, and the doorbell rang. Oh no, how many people are coming now? It was Joy and Simon and their 4 cousins. So Joe, Simon, and they had 4 cousins, so that's 6 more people. Come on in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. So now that there were 6 children and 6 more came, so now we have to divide 12 cookies with 12 people. So now they put all their cookies back on the plate. And now we have to count 12 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now each kid only gets 1 cookie. That's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma, said Joy. And look as good, said Simon. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. What are they going to do? They don't have any more cookies to share. What's going to happen if more kids show up? And the doorbell rang some more. Oh dear, said Ma as the children stared at their cookies on their plate. Perhaps you'd better eat them before we open the door. I guess we'll wait, said Sam. It was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. How nice to have so many friends to share them with, said Grandma. It's a good thing I made a lot of cookies, said Grandma. And no one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And then the doorbell rang. So as you can see, you have a total number of cookies, and they had to keep dividing them into how many people there were. So they had an equal amount of cookies. So the doorbell rang. I thought it was a lot of fun to divide our cookies. Hopefully it didn't make you guys too hungry, because it made me want to have some chocolate chip cookies.